Since the beginning of the war in Ukraine, Russian officials and state-controlled media have focused huge resources on portraying the fighting in the Donbas as an internal conflict.
Киевские власти развязали гражданскую войну на юго-востоке Украины, пошли против тех, кто отказался принять результаты майданного госпереворота.
Yet, time and time again, photos and videos uploaded to social media prove the presence of Russian service personnel and military equipment in the Donbas region. Lieutenant General Serhiy Nayev, the former commander of the Joint Forces operation, estimates that out of at least 32,000 fighters in occupied Donbas, around 11,000 are Russian citizens.
Officers and generals of Russia's armed forces are holding leadership positions in these armed formations. I have to note that this is not some volunteer militia, but regular forces. In their system, they are part of the 8th Combined Army Unit, which is stationed in the town of Novocherkassk in Russia.
Around 2.5% of mainland Ukraine is under the effective control of the Russian authorities, while pushing the idea that just local militia groups are involved in fighting. Moscow has been unable to convincingly explain how sophisticated Russian-made military equipment appeared on Ukrainian soil.
All of the weaponry, meaning tanks, armored personnel carriers, infantry fighting vehicles, artillery systems, and multiple launch rocket systems were produced in Russia and delivered to the occupied territories from there. They are also using the newest type of Russian weaponry.
50 types of modern Russian military technology have been spotted in the war zone since 2014. This is according to Ukrainian investigative volunteer organization Inform Napalm.
We are specifically talking about new developments which could not have been used by the Ukrainian military and were never used by the Soviet military. Russia is the only country which has it and produces it.
For example, here is a Russian T-72B3 tank. Russia started mass-producing this modification in 2011 at the Uralvagonozavod factory in the city of Nizhny Tagil. The Russian military put these tanks into service in 2014.
Our team noticed them during the Battle of Debaltseve in February 2015, thanks to the efforts of propagandist Graham Phillips, who filmed these new Russian tanks moving towards the front line.
This is a BPM-97 Vystrel. The Russian military began using them in 2008. It was assembled at the Remdiesel factory in the town of Naberezhnye Chelny. Ukraine never imported this armored vehicle, yet they were spotted in the occupied territories of the Luhansk region. Here are the same vehicles moving as part of a Russian convoy through the once-occupied town of Sorokine, which was then called Krasnodon. They were filmed in January 2015, when the town was occupied by Russian hybrid forces, and this BPM-97 was parked on a street in the occupied city of Luhansk for several days. Over the course of the war, the newest Russian drones were spotted in the skies of Donbas. For example, the Orlan-10 is a multifunctional unmanned aerial vehicle produced in St. Petersburg. The Russian armed forces began using it in 2010. This UAV was spotted over Ukrainian territory in October 2018, where it was spying the Ukrainian military Mi-24 helicopter, which shot down the drone, and the remains of it were later found and studied. This is all just a small part of the evidence of Russia's military intervention in eastern Ukraine, reported by Artem Holub for UATV.